Hi again. Okay, folks, this is your part 2. Learning about these chakra systems and how, most of society is stuck in this root chakra here. That's okay. We're getting there. We gotta get Moana's heart back, okay? Gaia's heart back, No worries. We're talking about frequencies. We left off where the root chakra, you can use healing therapy and also light therapy, red light therapy. You hear a lot about this. It's the big thing. Well, probably because frequencies heal you and the doctors lie to you. Alright, anyways, this is your survival items, but you can utilize frequencies at 396 hertz to start kind of working through that healing properties. Red light therapy works off the same thing. We left part 1 letting you know that, did you know that some musicians in the United States are not allowed to use certain frequencies are banned? Why? Because frequencies heal you. I know, it's crazy. What the fuck? They ban our frequencies? You didn't know? Now you know. Alright, emotions. That's your sacral chakra, your tummy. Ooh. Alright, 417 hertz. You can also, if you get on YouTube and type in these hertz at night, they have hours and hours of videos that will play the sound frequencies. It's a little different. Don't use AirPods. But so you can sleep to this and kind of like calibrate your body. You are a musical instrument that needs calibration. Tuning. Fine tuning. Alright, so 417 hertz. We moved up to the solar plexus chakra. This is dealing kind of with, and there are, go back to part 1 if you're lost. There are real names to these, Manipura and stuff like that, but it's easier to say the colors. And we're not all spellers here. That's okay. Alright, 528 hertz for that solar plexus. You move up to the heart chakra. You're looking at 639 hertz. Okay? This is more just, you can take notes if you want, but I'm getting you there. 741. They don't teach this in school, do they? Fucking A. Bastards. Alright, your third eye chakra, purple. I like to keep it at purple. And it's kind of in the center of your forehead. That's why in certain cultures you see them wear like little jewels right here to cover the third eye. It's a thing. Alright, 852 hertz. Yeah. Woo! And then your I understand, aka your crown chakra. This one's going to be a 936 bad boys up here. Hertz. Alright, so we got the hertz. And again, the harmonic sequence. Or harmonic resonance. Everything the earth flows off of. Resonance. That giant spiral of life. Woo! It's all interconnected. Everything's connected. Every single thing is connected. I know, it's crazy. How did it happen? Alright, so here's what we're going to get to. So this I understand, actually, I take it back. We're going to start at the root because honestly, so many people are still stuck in that root, the survival items. It's quite scary. This is kind of going to be your energy, your stability, your comfort, your safety. Again, now get this. There's rocks and stones, just like Moana. What a coincidence. That people will use. Stones hold frequency, just like trees, just like everything else. And you can collect rocks if you're a rock collector, and it helps. Let's erase your legs. You don't fucking need to walk today. All right, sit down. Have a coffee. In this root chakra, you can use a red jasper stone. I should get out all my rocks. Show you my cool rock collection. Red jasper, great rock to help with this root chakra situation. Especially if you're meditating. This is what the shamans do. This is what the Buddhas do. Alright, so you can balance your performance here with this root chakra. It helps, especially for a Kundalini awakening. So pretend like there's 33 vertebrae in your spine. Weird, Jesus died at 33. How strange, how strange. Let's say you got this beautiful spine all the way down. It's 33 vertebrae. Almost like 33 sound frequencies or some shit. So strange. No such thing as coincidence. Also, real fast, your zodiacs that are attached to this is kind of Cancer, Leo, Libra, Aquarius. The element of the root chakra, fucking fire, my guy. Yeah, you're playing with fire. Especially if you get the herpes or the syphilis. Just kidding. Am I kidding, though? Alright, seriously. This is going to stir up your individual passion, your creative courage, your individual stimulation. Obviously, sex plays a giant part in this. It can promote or destroy your sexual interest, who you choose as a partner. It can, if it's tuned correctly and recalibrated correctly, it can bring balance in your emotional and physical well-being. This, it also helps keep the blood circulatory system strong, especially if you're kind of trying to detox your body. So what I meant by that 33, if you have a kundalini, this is all oil throughout your body, okay? The oil of Christ. The blood of Christ, it's actually the oil. It's kundalini oil. Every 27 or so days, also weird, periods, menstruation, all connected, you could have kind of a kundalini activation. And you know how you do this? You start eating healthy, you drink a lot of water, but also you harness that schmexual energy from the root chakra and you let it sit there. You don't touch anyone, you don't edge yourself, you don't do nothing. You don't ear. It'll change your life if you choose to be celibate for a while, I promise you. So every 27-ish, 28 days, you can kind of get a wild activation. And when that happens, you do shit like I do, and all of a sudden you have all this energy, and boom, look, you're creating madness, and you're tapping into the ethers, right? Because you're not supposed to sit in this root chakra. Now, there's ways and methods to the madness. We'll get to that later. Not that important. So, you know now that there's a red jasper associated with it. You know a little bit more about the zodiac, all that. An imbalance, though, in the root chakra, this is gonna lower your immunity, your immune system. You're gonna feel like you're having cold schmexual activity, like you're just a corpse taking a beating. Ooh. It can also rack your emotional stability. It can cause you to be very unstable here, especially when you're with the wrong partner. Yeah. Impacts a lot. All right, so just above the belly button, let's move to the sacral, and that's orange. This one, very important. Also, you can use a yellow agate stone. A stone, the infinity stones. Weird. Like collecting all the stones here. Oh. All right. There's a little yellow rock you can collect with that for all the rock lovers out there. Also, this is your part 2. There's more in part 1. Okay. So, you know the stone. There's if you balance out this sacral chakra, because this is kind of sensuality, it's still your sexuality, it's your pleasure, it's your sociability. This is, it's kind of like when your stomach starts turning up in knots, you'll feel it in this sacral area. So a balance here, it gives your metabolism a boost. It can help strengthen your blood vessels and cut down on your sleep problems if this is all in order. So it's really important the food you put into your body. Interesting, though, how the FDA ruins all the food, poisons you, and makes sure that this is all unbalanced. Coincidence? I think not. Your answer's there. It's not a coincidence. It's on purpose. They purposely attack your chakra systems. Everything that affects your chakra systems, especially when you don't know about it. Again, the anime kids love it here. They teach you in the anime. You just think it's a cartoon and fictitious. They do that on purpose. All right. So this can encourage you to tap into your own intuition when it's calibrated correctly in your own sense of knowledge. This kind of consumes your sacral consumes a lot of external forces because, again, of the food you put into your body. Food affects everything, including your brain. They tell you it affects the brain more than anything. It does not. Because this their crown chakra can only function to its highest capabilities when all of these are aligned. When those blockages are cleared, that's how you get to those Christ consciousness. You start clearing out these. You get them all healthy, you get them tuned in, just like you tune your musical instrument, your body, right? It's a temple, but it's a musical instrument. You can call it a temple, you can call it a guitar, you can call it whatever the fuck you want. But you are a musical instrument, a giant symphony, a beautiful orchestra by the divine, a guitar someone wants to play. And in order to calibrate your body correctly, to get tapped in and, ascend, you got to treat them right. You got to pluck them just right. You got to do everything. Honestly, the funniest thing is, and I talk about this, I did about 1.5 years ago. If you look at these strings, frequencies, kind of looks like a guitar. Hold on. Turn it a little bit, right? Each of these strings in between these chakras. Oh, look, that almost looks like a chakra right there. How funny. Coincidence? I think not. We're going to have to go to a part 3. Okay. All right. So now you understand the sacral is a little bit above the belly button, but an imbalance here in the sacral, oh my gosh, you can have a lack of creativity, your emotional